Here are the moments from episode 24 I think you should know from Beyond the Gates. So, Shanice is back. That's the most important thing that you need to know from this episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no, Shanice is back at the hospital. We see her in scenes with Ashley. And so, Danny and Andre and Ashley, of course, being there at the same time. And, he likes Ashley. He's had sex with Danny. They were at the hospital because Danny was meeting up with Nicole and then Andre was meeting up with Ted. And it turns out the board at the hospital, loved Andre's video so much. They want him to highlight, you guessed it, the new nurses that have just come into the hospital. And guess who's one of those nurses? Ashley. And guess who Andre's been avoiding? Ashley, because he tried to kiss her and then she was like, no, but she is so perturbed that he is not talking to her. Actually, at the very end of the episode, we get her asking to speak to him because he has scheduled all these interviews with all the other nurses, and she's the only one that he hasn't. And he's like, no, I don't have time because he's there with Nicole, Ted, and Kat actually comes in at the end of the episode. But then they move aside and go to somewhere where Shanice can't hear them, and she asks, what's going on? You're supposed to be my friend, but clearly she has feelings for him because she wouldn't be perturbed that he wouldn't be talking to her. She would just say, "Hey, I'm a new nurse, and I helped deliver a baby in an elevator, so of course you have to talk to me." So there's that storyline again. I don't like Danny and Andre even being in the same room. No more of them together. I want that storyline to be over because again, the whole family's going to scream whenever they find out those two had sex. I mentioned Kat earlier. She had a very intense conversation with Eva, and Eva, the actress Amber, I believe that's her name, is playing Eva so well, and so is Colby playing Kat. You really believe that they are real people. Of course, they're real people, but you know what I mean. You believe them that they have this intense dislike for each other, and even though we know Eva's plans are diabolical, she's making Kat reassess why in the world she's going after this woman. She said something to the effect of, Kat, you have everything, and it's making you look crazy to come after me who's taking this one shot that I have to make my life better. So Kat has said she is done worrying about trifling people, and she's going to be done with Eva, done with trying to figure out why she's working with her mom. Also with Kat, her and Chelsea are going over their designs for their new purses. Danny, when talking to her sister Nicole, said, I found my purpose. I'm going to help Chelsea launch this purse line. And Nicole's like, have you asked Chelsea and Kat about this, specifically Chelsea? And she's like, oh, they need me. Of course they need me. So Danny waltz in whenever Kat and Chelsea are together and has all these ideas. And she wants Kat, not she wants Chelsea to walk the runway one more time, one last time, wearing nothing but one of her purses. And she thinks this is going to be a brilliant way to launch this brand. And Kat's like, oh my gosh, yeah, that is a good idea. And then Chelsea says, really? Looks at her as like, you're supposed to be on my side in this and not involve my mom. And at the very end of the episode, Danny says something to the effect of, you have to tell people what you want. And Chelsea says, I don't want you to help me with this. I want this to be my own thing. And so, of course, Danny looks off as Chelsea runs out and is looking very sad because this is how she is getting over Bill. And of course, we know they end up in the same room together later on this week. Kat was a part of a lot of storylines. Her and Tomas met up after she got done arguing with Eva. And then he is asking her to tell Naomi to drop this case. And hot Tomas, as they call him, very hot. But no, you just don't do that. Like, you don't ask someone you're interested in to ask their cousins to drop the case against your firm. So they're at Orphe Jeans whenever this happens, and Naomi walks in with the three women who are suing Bill and Bill's firm, and Tomas talks to her. Now, this goes back to the very beginning of the episode, which it's a very interesting storyline, but I was excited about Shanice, so that's why I stayed in the hospital and kind of went that way around her. My Fitbit. Oh, I walked. I walked all my steps for this hour. Maybe it thinks I'm walking as I'm doing this. Anyway, I was saying, in the very beginning of the episode, the three women who are suing are in Bill's lobby, and he tells them to come inside, and he basically threatens them. Tells them, "You're not going to win this case. I have this. You sent private emails. This was a client of ours." Of course, the woman didn't know. I forget her name. She didn't know that this was a client, but she was talking about, some things happening with his divorce. Basically, he was just threatening these women and saying, "You're not going to win." Of course, Naomi was given the wrong time, and Stefania, she texted Naomi and said, "Your dad is talking to us, and it's getting heated." She walks in and immediately it says, "Hey, you can't be here talking to my clients. This is illegal." So at the very end of the episode, with the scene with them coming back from there and being at Orphe Jeans, and after Naomi talked to Tomas, the women are scared. And like in a lot of situations like this, they want to settle. Bill was basically saying, "I will settle with you." And that's how so many people, so many companies, whether it's a law firm, it's a governmental office, it's a TV station, it's so many businesses want to settle, because then you sign confidentiality clauses and no one can talk to the press, no one can post on their social media, and you pay a couple $1 million or whatever it is, and the problem goes away. But Bill said something very interesting. He'd settle with these women, and the next moment Mike even smiles at a paralegal. He's getting him out of there. He's going to buy him out. So yeah, I think for the show's sake, Naomi's going to convince the women to not settle, but we will see. Anyway, I think I covered everything. Naomi and Ted had some very Nicole and Ted had some very cute scenes where Eva walked in on them and they were like kissing and in love. And I really hope that the new Ted has good chemistry with the current Nicole, Daphne. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am back in Seattle after a whirlwind weekend in LA, Beverly Hills. It was very fun, very exciting. I didn't post a lot of pictures on this account because I don't know if you all want that, but I might. Who knows? And like I said, I'm looking forward to Beyond the Gates submitting and being nominated and hopefully winning a GLAAD Media Award for its representation of LGBTQ plus characters in the show. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow.